ask you something? When you did the Ginger Baker concert, how much rehearsal goes on before a concert like that? How much of a perfectionist is Eric when he directs these concerts?
Well, I think that Eric has his core band, and in the case of the Ginger Baker concert, most of the songs were songs that weren't too far out of his recent set. Whereas with the recent concert, the Jeff Beck concert, obviously all the music was Jeff Beck's music. And I think that he would have been working very, very hard. Although having said that, there was a lot of times when he left the stage at the Jeff Beck concert because Jeff Beck's band would have carried it on for a while. Ronnie Wood and Rod Stewart, of course, because they would have been, you know, in the Jeff Beck group way back when. So they had their lineup. So without wanting to give too much of the game away, Eric's the consummate professional, and once again, like I was alluding to with the blues language, as it were, it's a universal language, so you can anticipate and you know what the changes are with a lot of the music, you know. And with Eric's songs as well, I mean, they're just so classic, and a lot of them have been, you know, in the mix for over, you know, 50 years. So days rather than weeks, I would say, to answer the question, Anna.
Right, right. And then, how old were you during the Journeyman album recordings, and tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, I would say I was about, I think 15. So I'd already, you know, I'd already been playing the guitar for a little bit. You know, definitely been stretching my vocal cords, and had an idea that, you know, that I wanted to pursue that that line of, you know, that as a profession. I was in the studio when Eric was recording Bad Love, especially the vocals, which was exhilarating.
Yeah.
And he also taught me that riff, that opening riff of Bad Love, which was exciting, and another, if you like, little string to my bow. I mean, one of the greatest things which, you know, which has just popped into my mind was, you know, being picked up from school by Eric a lot of the time, because he picked me up in a Ferrari Testarossa, no less, you know. So I'd know that he was coming, and I'd be sort of lurking about the school gates, and then all of a sudden this amazing supercar would come roaring up the street, and all my friends at school would be like, "Whoa, look at that car!" And then I'd just get to walk through them all and get into it, and off we'd roar down the road. That was pretty cool, you know.
That is still very cool. Very cool. But I think you told was somebody was staying with Eric at the time of the recording of Journeyman. That was Phil Collins there, or was that another?
Yeah, my memory is a little shaky, but definitely around that time, I remember doing. We went to lunch during the rehearsals, and we, in fact, no, we left the rehearsals to go to lunch, and as we were walking to the cars, Phil Collins stopped and said, "Ah, oh, left my jacket behind." And I said, "Phil, don't worry, mate, no jackets required." which was, of course, his album at the time. So everybody was, oh, very funny, Will. But another thing that we used to do, Eric and I were morning people. We'd get up early, hence going fishing a lot and stuff. But sometimes everybody would be sleeping upstairs. Phil Collins, Greg Fillinganes, Nathan East and stuff. And we'd be down in the kitchen, and the mischievous streak would come on, and we'd get the pots and pans off the wall in the kitchen, and wooden spoons, and go upstairs and creep into their rooms, and then bash the pots and pans with wooden spoons and wake them up, you know, and get everybody up that way. Which,
it's hard to imagine Eric Clapton doing that to Phil Collins, but it's good to know that they're human and that they're pretty funny guys.
Yeah, definitely. There was always some mischief going on, you know, always some pranks and, you know, funny stuff. Come say hi.